It's now time for the morning show on XL7-TV.
Welcome to the morning show on XL7-TV. I'm David Stroud here with Scooter Scott Kelly's.
Whoop whoop.
How are you, sir?
I am wonderful.
I'm doing wonderful too.
How was your long weekend?
It's great.
We weren't here yesterday, by the way.
Oh, you weren't?
No.
I didn't think you would be.
No. We took yesterday off.
I would have too.
Along with everybody else. Well, unless your retail store.
We were open. Great Escapes. Yeah, Great Escapes was open, but
just not you.
Just well, as far as I know, Richard, our finance manager, he got the day off also. Me, Kyle, his usual day's on Monday, and so is Beverly. And so they're just luck of the draw being off on Monday. Otherwise, they probably would have been there too. So, but it was nice. Yeah, one Sunday went floating with the family. Of course, my daughter, all of her friends from over in Jonesboro. One of them's got a lake house, so they hung out there and went out on the boat and the jet ski and stuff. It's like, it's too old for the family now. What are you going to do?
It happens.
It does.
They grow up and move away.
Well, she moved back for the summer.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so we have other times we can go floating, you know?
She's still going to college in Jonesboro?
Yeah, she'll finally be transferring. She was doing ASU Mountain Home Online the past year.
Yeah.
And she's got her 2-year associate's degree, so now she'll be transferring to Jonesboro. Still living over there. She's going to move into a house.
Now she's paying the big bucks.
Yeah. Well, they lived in an apartment, her and Brianna, one of her best friends, and it's not the best spot. So they have a friend that has a house, and two of her roommates have moved out, so they'll be moving into a house in a nice neighborhood. So that'll be good. She don't have to worry about walking out at night. She's always got her head on a swivel. That's when you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that it's time to go.
That's cool. One of these days we need to go floating. I like floating.
Yeah, most definitely. You got a yak?
I've got canoes and I've got rafts.
Yeah, that'll work. Roy took his canoe and his new lady friend, and she had a good time. So he took the canoe. And then he was like, "I'm gonna get me one of the best canoes now because of her."
Oh yeah.
Sorry, Roy. Yeah. Call you out on that one.
That's how it goes.
Because he's got a really awesome kayak, and my other brother Jesse got to use it. Actual chair where you're comfortable, you know.
Yeah.
And we had the Sun Dolphins from Walmart, where you sit in it, and it's not very comfortable, but we used it for years, and we finally got new kayaks with chairs, and Jesse got to use it.
The whole kayak thing. I kind of like having people with me.
Yeah,
I know. In the kayak, you're close to each other and stuff. I don't know. Preferably a big raft where a number of us can sit in there. You got your cooler strapped in. You're just relaxed, having a good time. That's fun.
Call that Floatzilla.
Floatzilla. I'll be Floatzilla.
10 or 15 people. We used to do that up on the North Fork up in Missouri.
I don't know that I'm going to put that many in my raft.
Well, I mean, individual rafts. Come on now.
Okay,
put 15 people in a raft.
I had some big whitewater ones where we could fit 8 on a raft.
Oh, okay. Oh, you're talking massive. Like a big, yeah. I'm talking about like the little tube that you sit down inside of and you tie them all together.
I'm talking about a raft.
Okay.
But the ones I got now are a little smaller, so they're about 4-person.
Yeah.
My big ones finally had enough holes and enough leaks that was unrepairable.
Well, I didn't realize the Sun Dolphin I let my nephew use, Lance. Mm-hmm. I guess I smacked a rock and put a crease about that big, and there's a hole in it, and so he made it downriver like it was nothing, but when he got out, he could barely pull the thing out of the water. It was so full.
Oh, geez.
So, I'm going to have to figure out, how do I patch that? How do you patch that plastic? What do you use?
They make a patch for it.
Yeah?
They do.
Yeah, I'm going to have to get that. What are you going to do?
There you go.
And when you're having fun smacking rocks. We only had to drag once. A couple weekends ago when it was just Carla and Roy and I, the water was up so high you barely had to paddle. It was awesome. But this time,
it's nice.
There was paddling at the end. One time we had to drag. But that's okay.
It's part of the fun.
Yeah, it's exercise.
And trust me, if you're dragging in a kayak, then that raft would be dragging without a problem. Yeah. But they move slower is my problem with it. We've went out with some canoes and stuff like that, and And we got to row a lot more because we're not moving the same speed. So the canoe's like way down the river, and then they got to wait up for us. And
would they hurry up?
yeah, and 4 of us are rowing to beat it. It's just not moving very fast.
Right.
We got a show today.
Okay.
When are you going to get control of your show here?
Never. Roller Funeral Home, with all our respect, they have 29 in the state, 1 in Memphis, Tennessee, and we sure do appreciate them in a time of need when we lose a loved one. We do the morning prayer, so let's pause now for the morning prayer. Dear Lord, thank you for this weekend that we had, and honoring Memorial Day, those that have fallen for our freedoms, those that put themselves in harm's way and paid the ultimate price. And we thank them and really care for all of their loved ones that, that they lost somebody special to them, going out for this country to help us, to keep us strong. We thank them very much. We thank you for everything that you've done for us, for this world. And it's just a beautiful creation. As always, watch over our children, our first responders, and our military, those that put themselves in harm's way for our freedoms. This I pray. Amen.
Amen.
Roller Funeral Home, with all our respect. You can give them a call at 870-425-2161 and ask them about pre-need service. Always good to have a plan in place.
It is. That way your loved ones don't have to deal with it while they're going through a tough time and a tough loss for them.
Most definitely. Let's pause now for the Z Team. And they got a new commercial for us, don't they?
We'll be right back.
Oh, honey, we've had such a wonderful vacation here in the Ozarks. I really hate to go home.
I know. The lakes, the rivers, they've all been great for fishing. Oh, and the boating and the swimming.
And the people are so nice in the stores and restaurants.
Let's call an agent and see if we can make Mountain Home our new home.
Call the Z-Team, 870-405-0793. Century 21 Lemac Realty, 1024 Highway 62 East Mountain Home.
870-405-0793. Hello, Z-Team?
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. I wouldn't want to leave either if I was just visiting.
I know.
I love this
and that
place.
happens a lot, though, for our area. People come down and visit, and they're like, I like it down here. I don't want to leave.
Right.
Well, we do have a lot. We got the lakes and the shopping. And, I mean, we don't have the big, huge malls and stuff, but we got everything that you need. But we're within driving distance.
Oh, yeah. Anywhere you want to go.
You want the hustle and
2
bustle?
hours,
Yeah.
2.5.
Yeah.
Branson, 1.5 hours. Springfield, 2. Northwest Arkansas, Jonesboro, 2.5. So plenty of places. Little Rock's a little bit farther. Little Rock. I can't think of a day trip to Little Rock. But
I don't know why anybody would.
yeah.
That's
Not that our capital isn't great.
No, but I mean, you got Branson and Springfield. And even Memphis, I understand.
Right.
But Little Rock, no.
We
If
were-
I'm going down to Little Rock, I've got a purpose.
Yeah.
I didn't want to go,
There's a
but I'm
reason.
stuck going.
We were having a conversation with Kirsten yesterday, and she said she don't know of another place she'd rather live. Now, she's over in Jonesboro because of school, but she wants to move back here. And so, I mean, there you go. She's 19 years old and wants to come back to Mountain Home. Most 19-year-olds can't wait to get out of Mountain Home.
Usually that's another 10 years down the road.
Yeah.
When they realize that, man, Mountain Home was actually nice.
Exactly.
But my daughter, she's in Fayetteville. She's moving to Memphis to go through medical school. But they really like the Fayetteville area.
Yeah.
They kind of like the hustle and bustle a little bit. But
Yep.
I don't think that they're going to care too much for the Memphis scene, but I think that they'll probably end up back over towards Fayetteville.
I think you're right.
More than likely.
Let's
My
take-
son, there's no telling where he's going to be. I quit trying to guess with him.
That's okay. He can go wherever he wants.
There you go.
That's great
I
about
agree.
this country.
I agree.
Go anywhere you want. Let's take a look at the White River, brought to you by the Z Team. If you're looking to buy or sell a home in this, look at that, God's country, beautiful Cotter, Arkansas, Horseshoe Bend of the White River. Give the Z Team a call, 870-405-0793, and it's beautiful.
It's
Love bringing
breathtaking
this shot
out here.
every day. Go to retiredtoarkansas.net where you can find this beautiful view of the White River. You can also find their listings. The MLS listings are on there also, and a plethora of information about the Ozarks.
Plethora.
Like those, people in the hotel room visiting, think it's wonderful, maybe want to buy here. Well, guess what? They've got a house somewhere else they need to sell. Well, if they contact the Z Team, looking to buy, they'll also help you find a realtor where you live to sell your home. You know what I mean?
Yep.
That's like-minded.
It's a domino effect.
It's a
And
domino effect.
They know how to put all the pieces together.
Exactly. It's a wonderful view. Move to wherever it's at. There we go. The camera that moves around and zooms in and out of different areas. You see the ball field there in Cotter. If you've never been to Cotter, you should take a trip down there to Cotter Spring. Icy cold with the rope swing. Scooter will still swing off of it. I'm just going to watch.
I'll swing. I don't care.
Last time I did, got a shoulder injury. I don't want to do that again.
Don't bother me.
Well, very good.
I'll do anything once.
Give the Z team a call, 870-405-0793. Realtors you'd recommend to a friend. Oh, we're going into the municipal building.
City Hall.
City Hall.
Oh,
A beautiful little town, Cotter, Arkansas. Great for fishing. We remember that guy that was there every day without failure.
Yes, and he hadn't been there in a while.
No, I'd say he was visiting.
He may have been.
And who knows?
Up for a vacation for a while.
Maybe after visiting, he moved here. He just has found different places
Maybe,
to go.
he found a different house that's somewhere else down the river, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to think that.
I'd like to
Because he
think
was a
that, too.
diehard.
He
was
was.
there every morning.
Every morning for 2 weeks.
Yep.
Even the day it was raining,
Yep. He was there.
he still rolled up. The Rainbow Bridge there in Cotter, Arkansas, that's really cool at night. It's lit up we'll think of Rainbow Bridge, right?
Yep.
So all kinds of colors. The Z Team. I can't say enough good things about them and their customer service. They have awards for that. They're award winning for, how many they sell, but that's not what it's about. It's how they take care of you from start to finish.
Presidential Award is about customer service.
That's right.
You do have to have the sales to back it, but you win that award only by your customer service. And it's really hard to get people to send in good things.
Right.
Everybody wants to send in when something negative happens, but they get them that's sending in good things, so that means they've stood out and above what they were expecting, and that's
right.
why they win those kind of awards.
That's right. So give them a call, 870-405-0793 if you're looking to buy or sell a home. They are senior real estate specialists, so maybe you've got a bigger house outside of town and the family's grown and moved away, and now it's time to get something smaller inside of town. They'll help you sell that big home and find you something smaller. You get doctor's visits. I'm starting to have more of them, and you want to be a little bit closer to town in case something happens. So you can give them a call, 870-405-0793.
I got to mention that there's a boat just came off the launch ramp. Oh,
There he is.
There he is. Well, flip
Or
to the
she.
big
Could
screen.
be a woman.
That screen's dark. I can't really get a good view of it. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Temperatures.
Let's take a look at the weather, brought to you by the Z Team. Mountain Home at 60, Harrison at 61, Batesville at 58, Yellville at 58, Marshall at 57, Salem at 57, Mountain View at 57, Calico Rock at 60, West Plains at 57, Springfield at 64, Poplar Bluff at 57, and St. Louis at 55. National Weather Radar looks pretty clear for most of the United States. Look at that. You got a little bit of patchy stuff there in Missouri, up in Minnesota, but otherwise it's well off the coast there of Washington. It's clear across the country. It's going to be a beautiful day, but I could be wrong.
You could be.
Watches and warnings. Looks like in northwest Mississippi they have flash flood watch. Arkansas and Missouri looks pretty good. A little bit of air quality alert. It looks like around the St. Louis area. 7-day forecast. Today is mostly sunny, then a slight chance of thunderstorms at 20%. High of 86. Tonight, partly cloudy, low of 61. Wednesday, sunny, then a slight chance of thunderstorms at 20%. High of 88. Wednesday night, mostly clear, low of 63. Thursday, sunny, then a chance of thunderstorms at 40%. High of 87. Thursday night, mostly clear, low of 65. Friday, we got a 50% chance of thunderstorms, high of 86. Friday night,
rain.
Yeah, but small chances. So
Now I'm going to try out my new roof.
yeah,
They just finally
yeah.
get done shingling my roof, so we get to try out my new roof.
I hope it's good.
We'll find out.
Friday night, partly cloudy, low of 65. Saturday, got another 50% chance of thunderstorms, high of 89. Pollen count today, got tree pollen is none. Grass pollen is very high throughout the week. Norfolk Lake water levels at 557.26. Level is 5.26 feet above full pool. They're generating 0. Bull Shoals Lake water levels at 663.63. Level is 4.63 feet above full pool, and they're generating 6. And that is a look at your weather, brought to you by the Z Team. Bob and Linda Zadora. You can give them a call, 870-405-0793. Go to retiredarkansas.net. They are licensed in Arkansas and Missouri, so if you find something maybe up in Gainesville, Bakersfield, give them a call.
There you go.
Very good. And take a short break, and then we'll come back with some community news brought to you by Mower Warehouse of Mountain Home, Arkansas.
Hi, Brett, Fritz, and Paisley here at Mower Warehouse on Buzzard Roost Road. We sell Ferris zero-turn mowers that have patented coil spring suspension. Mower Warehouse has the largest selection of Ferris zero-turn mowers in stock. 0% financing available. We buy, sell, trade new and used mowers. Mower Warehouse also services all brands of mowers. We offer free delivery. Come see us for all your mower needs. That's Mower Warehouse on Buzzard Roost Road in Mountain Home, where your business is appreciated.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. He tried to get me. He didn't get me.
I did.
Community news brought to you by Mower Warehouse of Mountain Home, Arkansas. You can call them at 870-701-5222. They're at 17 Full Bite Drive, just off the bypass off Buzzard Roost Road.
Yep.
For all your mowers and repairs, sales, it's that time of year again, needs.
They've got a full line, and if you stop by there, they got every kind of mower depending on what size you're looking for. They got them in the front, the back, the sides, in the air, inside, outside.
They're everywhere.
They
Parts
carry
galore.
parts for most brands that are out there. So if you're looking for a part, instead before you go into eBay and have to wait for it to be delivered, stop by there and check and see if they've got it, or they may be able to get it in a little quicker.
That's right. Buy local.
They also repair about anything you can imagine. And right now, I would encourage, if you are looking to get a new mower right now, the rebates through June are amazing. There's a number of them that had $500 off, and that's a large chunk when you're talking about a mower.
That's right.
And they got some great deals. Just rebates. Try to get them out the window or get them out the door, but they only last till the end of June, so the rebates aren't here very long. So if you're interested and that's something you're looking at, I would definitely go check them out right away.
Definitely. Sounds good. And then the community news, Little T's mini golf and more. Now this is tomorrow, so I don't know if you still have time to become a part of this.
I signed you up.
You did?
Yeah, I got you covered.
Whole team? Per team of 5? So who's joining us? Is Bob?
I can't tell you.
It's a surprise. It's $150 per team of 5, 18 teams per flight. That'll be tomorrow. Flight 1 starts at 10 a.m. to 12 p.m., Flight 2 at 1 p.m. to 3 p.m., Flight 3 at 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. And that's going to help our bombers go to Australia.
It's a good thing.
Definitely. You can contact Scott at littleteasminigolf.com. They're located at 39 County Road 917 here in Mountain Home. Give them a call.
Highway 5 North.
Highway 5 North, yeah. 870-701-3066. And I always like taking people to the Mountain Home Chamber of Commerce calendar. You can go to enjoymountainhome.com and see different events that if you got an event going on, you can send it over to the calendar of events at the Chamber of Commerce. They'll put it on here. You can see Listen to Your Heart at Sleeman Shinner. That'll be tomorrow. Let's go ahead and click here. We got the Twin Lakes Playhouse benefit for the Mountain Home Food Basket. We had them on a couple weeks ago, and they're going to be having a pre-showing, a preview.
Yes.
To benefit. You take some food, buy a ticket, put the food in their trailer. That benefits the Mountain Home Food Basket. They give a lot of food away. And let's go to Friday and see what else we got here. Oh, there's a First Friday Coffee Talk by Farmers and Merchants Bank. Looks like the Mountain Home Moose Lodge is having a fish and shrimp all-you-can-eat dinner. So it's really cool. It's easy to navigate. Veterans Appreciation Car Show. It looks like Saturday. Brought to you by Ultimate Auto Group. Yeah, a lot of things going on. You can see each one in the corner here. There's 3 events, 3, 4. So, yeah, take a look at the calendar on enjoymountainhome.com for more community events. Hamlet. Very good at Twin Lakes Playhouse. That'll be June 3rd. That's Saturday, 7 p.m. Twin Lakes Playhouse does really good.
They do. They do.
a
They
great
got
job.
a lot of great shows.
Yeah.
They do their great
Yeah.
plays.
Speaking of shows, we better move on.
Oh yeah,
That's a look at your
you're
community
over.
news brought to you by Mower Warehouse. For all your mowing outdoor, it's that time of year needs. Go by and check them out. They've got a lot of
They
lot of
carry a
stuff.
variety.
We're going to go ahead and take a break, and we're going to come back with Impact Faith Church.
All right,
All
be
right.
right back.
We'll be right back.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detail services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, it's our desire that you think about finding a way to live your life to the fullest while living with a serious illness. If you ever need help and support, we provide a team of healthcare professionals and volunteers that will support your physical, emotional, and spiritual aspects of life while doing the same for your family and caregivers in the comfort of your own home or wherever you call home. When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, we hope that you grant us permission to walk on the journey with you. Your not-for-profit option since 1979.
When you're out of town, make sure your pet is with someone who will love them as much as you do. At 201 Pet Salon and Resort, your pet is cared for just as they would be at home. 201 Pet Salon and Resort is the only all-suite climate-controlled and air-filtered boarding facility in the area with private and spacious rooms to keep your pet relaxed. And with over 3/4 of an acre of fenced play area, your pet will receive the proper exercise they deserve. 201 also offers professional grooming services. Your best friend is in good hands at 201 Pet Salon and Resort in Mountain Home.
All you've ever wanted was a place to write your story. You hear it's not the right time to buy or sell a house, but really, the best time is when it's right for you. The real estate markets, they change, they go up, they go down. One thing that doesn't change is where you want to be in your life. The professionals you team up with will make your story happen. The Z Team are the professionals you need to hire for your next chapter. So call the Z Team at 870-405-0793, Century 21 Lemac Realty, 1024 Highway 62 East, retiredtoarkansas.net.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment. Their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. We're visiting with Impact Faith Church. We have Jason Silvey and Brenda Johnson and Bradley
Bienhoff.
Bienhoff.
Yes, sir.
I knew I was going to say it wrong, so I thought I would just point and, yeah. I even went to Google last night and was having it, they pronounce the words for you, and I think it was thinking.
It's like Bien, probably.
Yeah, it was a Bienhoff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Bienhoff.
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
Very good. I work with Jason out of Great Escapes, and so we've been talking about having them come on and talk about what they do at Impact Faith Church. So I'd like to start off, though, since you're new to the show, each one of you just go through and kind of tell us a little bit about yourself, how you made it to Mountain Home, and then we'll talk about what you guys do at the church.
Good.
So Jason, go ahead.
All right. Well, I'm Jason with Impact Faith Church, and I'm the head evangelist over at Impact. And roughly about 4 years ago, when I first came to this location, and I came out of prison and didn't know anybody out here until I met some of the folks here from church. And one thing led to another, and I just got involved with the church. And I had other intentions, but by the grace of God, I I stuck through church and got with the guys from Evangelist, Kenny Camp, and just took me under his wing and just started evangelizing and going after the lost and going after those out there that was like how I was before.
Sure.
And these two can attest for that too. That's just the great things that God has done in our lives. And so now, 4 years later, here we are. And a lot has happened, and so we're just now want to be a vocal and be a voice for the Lord. Just kind of share what we got going on and the different ministries we got on. And with evangelists, we kind of just going on knocking on doors and meeting people where they're at, and just reaching out to those that are just lost and broke and hurt, and they want to find a way out of this life that they just, they're just kind of in a, the enemy's got them in a box, in a corner, and they just feel like they just need an avenue or an outlet, And I know what that's like being in where I was, and now, through all the things that I've been through, now I can use what I've been through. God's using what I've been through,
right?
To turn it around and give hope to those out there that are just like they just certain people you can't really approach. When you go through certain things, you can approach certain people, whereas I can approach somebody where she can't, vice versa.
Yeah.
And so now we're kind of multiplying, kind of spinning out in these ministries and just kind of just. Going up to the lost and broke and just showing up that there is a way other than just what we're so used to, normally used to,
Definitely.
And knowing that everybody's got a purpose and a worth.
Yeah.
Everybody matters, and we want to reach out and say, listen, man, find a home out there of a church. If it doesn't have to be Impact, you just find a home. And one of the things that we got going on now that's really awesome is that, we're collaborating other churches. And so, like, every third Friday of the month, we have our community worship evangelist night. And so, like, this last one we had Pastor Tad Rogers from First Baptist Church in Mount Home come out and speak at a Pentecost. And so we're linking out now, and it's not just about different denominations. And I always tell folks, it's not about religion, it's about relationship. Mm-hmm. It's not about a personal relationship with Christ. Right. Because religion is really kind of put a dampen on things and kind of shadowed it, and so people are like,
Sure.
We kind of want to break that ice and say, listen, it's not about the religious part. It is, but it's not. Yeah. It's about relationship, and when you can get through those barriers and get all that out of the way, we focus on the heart, and when you connect with the Spirit and you can reach out to folks and better and connect with them and bring them on in, where the enemy has them in a corner, we pull them out.
Very good.
So
yeah. Brenda, tell us about yourself.
Let's see. I am Brenda Johnson. I actually moved here in 1999 from California. Glad to be from there and not go back. But
me too.
Me too.
Yeah. Just always had a heart for children's ministry and outreach and street ministry and stuff like that. So moved here and kind of jumped right in. Went to a few churches and didn't just really find my niche there, and then found Impact about 5-6 years ago, and just got involved in Impact and reaching out to the community and doing outreaches and stuff like that. So we've got a lot going on and a lot more we want to do in this community. Really have a heart for this community. You know, so
very good.
Well, my name's Bradley Bienhoff, and I moved here about 12 years ago from Reno, Nevada. Seems like we all kind of transplanted from the West Coast.
Yes.
Yeah. Amen. And then, a little bit about ourselves, I guess. What I can say about me is what God's called me to is the ministry of recovery.
Yeah.
Because me, myself, lived in alcohol and drug addictions for so many years and just didn't know a way out. I tried and tried and tried. And finally, I made the decision I wanted something faith-based.
Yeah.
I'm going to try this Jesus thing and see what happens. And when I finally did that and surrendered, that's when things started changing. And,
definitely.
I went to a great ministry, John 3:16 Ministries,
that's right.
Taught me and guided me and helped me build my relationship with Jesus. And then God called me back to this place called Impact Faith Church in Mountain Home, Arkansas. I had no idea about it. And God's just been using me for Celebrate Recovery in the church, and we've started a local ministry. I think we'll talk about a little later more about it. But that's just what Impact does. It's got a heart for the broken.
Yeah, that's
absolutely.
right.
A heart for the lost.
Yeah.
And that's right when I fell into, because there's so many people out there suffering. And
you're
drugs,
right about that. Yeah.
And drugs today ain't like they used to be. With fentanyl and all this stuff on the streets, one more can be their last. And that's where my heart is, to help those people get out of that pit. So.
That's excellent. I'm glad that there's churches out there like that, and also other organizations like you're talking about, John 3:16. They came by Great Escapes, and they were having that concert and auction. They do a lot of great things for people that are trying to break away from addiction. It's really glad to have you guys as church here in town, and now you're starting to branch out. That's excellent. Oh.
Somebody had to do it, right?
They're probably like, there looks a guy on TV that looks just like you. It can't be you.
Go ahead and answer it. We'll wait. You go ahead.
It might be somebody that needs to talk. You never know.
You don't want to be on the radio.
That was actually my alarm clock. It's 7:30 is when I want to wake up for work, so that's really I'm not that special.
Right. We are blessed with a 9 o'clock time to go to work. We really are. You know what I mean? Instead of 8. Yeah. And I really enjoy it. Must be nice. Scoot over here gets up at 3:30.
3:30 every morning.
3:30. Wow.
Not sure what he's doing, but. Wow. That's too early.
That's my time.
Anyway, when did Impact Faith Church start? Was that 4 years ago, or that's when you got?
About 5 years ago.
I think we're about to celebrate our 6th year in June.
Yeah,
excellent.
Yeah,
that's very good.
Yeah. Started over at the bus depot.
Yeah,
over there on 62.
That's right, there on the right-hand side. Yeah, very good.
Come a long way. God's just really blessing the ministry, and something He said that kind of connects all of us is. We all had a past.
Yeah.
You know, we all came from trauma and addictions and alcohol and just, just that darkness, and we've all got a redemption story now.
Yeah.
You know, we've all been pulled out of that, and I think that's why our hearts are the same. Yeah. We want to see other people now pulled out of that same lifestyle and introduce them to Christ so they can live an abundant life like we're supposed to. Mm-hmm.
And sometimes it takes a person like that to be able to reach somebody.
Absolutely.
That you've gone through it, you know what it's like, and now you have changed 180. You have, brought God into your life, and it has made the difference. And they can see it in you.
Yeah.
That you were there before, and now.
I was just talking to a gentleman last week that was, just real bad off, and he said, I'm just a lost cause. And I said, buddy, then I was a lost cause too. There's no lost causes.
Yeah.
I know if he brought me out of that, he can bring you out of that. Jason could tell the same story, and so could Bradley's. Mm-hmm. There's no lost causes.
No.
So.
One of the things about us church is that there's a lot of diversity too. Mm-hmm. And so when they see us all kind of get together and we go out there, we're knocking on doors and meeting people, they kind of look at us and go, "You guys are all from the same church?" Yeah, you can see that they're just not kind of used to that.
Yeah.
Because there's so much of this we go here and we're like this way. We kind of go here. And we kind of want to break all that and say listen, man, God loves diversity. He's created every one of us differently for a purpose. Mm-hmm. And I think if we just kind of focus on our positiveness and stuff that we have to offer, and in the spirit, good things can happen. Mm-hmm. Because we focus so much on what's on the surface and not what's on the inside.
Yeah.
And when we people want to be heard and know that they matter and that they have a lot to offer others, because we were all there lost one time, and I believe God has really moved us out of that and kind of shifted us so that we can reach out to those. And also we have other ministries that are going on at our church. It's not just us three. There's Jacob and Erica Cantrell, who's got a youth ministry. We've got Jim Hurst, we have a Bible ministry, so if you're looking for Bibles, we got a wide range of a lot of things that are going on, and God is just multiplying and making things happen, and we're just very just looking forward to what the future has,
what the
and
next
expanding.
Step will be,
And we just want to invite people out there. If you're out there and you're just kind of in a rut, and you're sitting right there at home right now going, I'm just so sick and tired of this. Reach out. Find a home church or find somebody, it's come visit us. We're down here in Mountain Home on 9th Street. Address is what, 940 East 9th Street. And we have a creek that runs along the side of the church, and it's we get baptized in that creek too. So it's just really awesome. It's just
very good. So, all right, let's go ahead and take a break, and we're going to come back with more from Impact Faith Church.
Yeah.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
Overhead Door, a garage door company that has been with your family from the beginning, through all the ups and downs of life. From the small repairs to making your vision a reality. Overhead Door, your trusted garage door expert since 1921. Be sure you're getting the genuine, the original overhead door service.
Call Overhead Door Company of North Arkansas today in Mountain Home. At Letty's Mexican Restaurant, we are here to keep you safe during these difficult times, as well as serve you the best Mexican food in the area. That's why we've installed a convenient pickup window for all your to-go and pickup orders, as well as a covered outdoor seating area. Give us a call at 870-435-2532 to order your next meal. And don't forget, Letty's also provides catering for small parties or big events. Experience the best in Mexican cuisine. Letty's in Gassville.
Well,
welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. We're visiting with Impact Faith Church. We're here with Jason Silvey, Brenda Johnson, and Bradley Bienhoff. And you guys do, like you were talking about, a lot of different things. It's not just come to church on Sunday, you know. You guys actually go out to people's houses and apartment complexes, RV park, even RV parks. Yeah, even RV parks.
Yeah, we don't exclude them at all.
Yeah. Why would you? No, they need reach too. So your Impact Faith Outreach, bringing the Word of God to the areas that need it. So tell us a little bit about that.
Right. So we kind of started off by just going to the trailer park across the street from our church, and we popped up a canopy and do some games for the kids, do some lessons, bring the Word of God, do some memory verses, have fun with them, and just kind of build community in that little area.
Yeah.
Get the people to come out. We have barbecues and stuff, and just try to connect with them and really just minister to them and help them to understand who they are in Christ, their identity in Christ. Once you can understand your identity in Christ, the rest comes a little easier.
Yeah.
You know, your union with Christ. So we do trailer parks, we do apartment buildings, we do Jimmo's RV out there behind Lowe's. We just started there, and it's a blast. I have a great time. We have a lot of kids that come out, and we also do a couple outreaches a year on the grounds where we have like bouncy houses and food trucks and music and games, and so we do that a couple times a year, and that's real fun. So, but that's my heart, is outreaches to families and children's and communities.
Yeah.
So
See, bringing everybody together.
Bringing everybody together. Yeah. And I mean, and of course, we'd like them to come to church, to get that family and that community. But if they don't, we're going to go to them.
Right.
So so it's awesome. I have a great time at it. We have fun with the kids. We get to build relationships and meet them all year.
Yeah, they're really receptive to it when you come.
Yeah. After a while, at first you have to build that trust and you have to build that relationship, and then after a while they're just like a family.
Very good.
Yeah, it's awesome.
That's excellent.
Yeah.
The Red Letter Ministry, Holy Spirit-led recovery ministry, helping men and women out of the pits of addiction from drugs and alcohol. It's
a ministry we started here locally. We like to help people that come to us, that approach us, looking for help for their drug and alcohol addiction. And I've been to peer recovery training in Little Rock by the state of Arkansas, so we walk with peers. We walk with them from the beginning to where they need detox and they're just looking for help. We helped a man get into John 3 this weekend, just when he came in busted up. And there's so many great ministries and care center ministries here in town with Ty and Casey Cotter, and just to walk with people. And then what Red Letter Ministries doing is we're going to be setting up a transition home. And what that consists of, when a man or woman, there'll be two for men and one for women, when they graduate a long-term faith-based recovery program, it'll be the next step in their journey to where they can come and start getting a job, getting legal issues taken care of, just get driver's license, get all of the things they destroyed in the past, help them with that next step so they don't fall back to their addictions.
Yeah.
Get involved in a good church, get involved in a Celebrate Recovery, just get plugged in, because that's such a crucial step. When you're coming out of a recovery program, is that next step where you're doing. So we're going to either buy or rent a home here in Mountain Home and surrounding areas, and just give a safe place for people to come and keep their journey with Christ and not fall back into that pits that they came from.
Yeah.
And Red Letter helps them with supplies to get into the house.
We
like
also
sheets,
take donations,
whatever they
so
need.
when they get ready
Household
to
stuff.
transition back into get their own place, like Brenda said,
Yeah.
we've got donations of washers and dryers, of sheets,
Yeah.
of plates, those
Furniture,
little
whatever they need to
things
start their home.
that we take for granted.
Yeah.
That's a big step.
It is.
There's really a lot, and it's a lot of money to get it going. So
Set
we
them up
help
to be
in that
successful.
process. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, because even if they break the addiction, if they don't have somebody there to help them with those things,
They
they'll
can
back.
fall right back
fall
into that.
Yeah.
Yes, it is, we see that a lot of times.
Go back to what you know.
I was at the halfway house here in Gassville, and I was there when they shut the doors down, and they're paroling people out. But a lot of these guys are just falling right back into where they started from. So it's just a repetitive. It's like a revolving door. It's repetitive. When they get that help, like Bradley says, it's so crucial. That's the pinnacle point right there. And when they're given that extra help to get to where that they can become more responsive and take care of responsibilities and not have to extra time to fall back into that stuff.
Yeah, because you need that time. You need that transition house.
Yes.
Where you're not worried about anything else but moving your life forward.
And that's it, and then it's just such a blessing to see somebody when they get Jesus, they change their lives, they get their kids back, they become the father, the mother that they were meant to be, that God created them to be. They start following Christ and then become disciples and go out and help the next person. Just kind of spread that web. So, like I said, we're currently trying to find somewhere to rent or see which way God takes it, and starting a peer recovery community center here in Mountain Home to where people can drop in, and we have resources for them. Like I said, to walk with them, to show you that, we've been there. I've been right where you are when I was crying out for help, looking, I can't do this. I'd been to 5 secular rehabs and in and out of hospitals, and I just needed help. And now we can be the ones that help those people.
Very good. The transition homes, is this also a part of the Christ-centered 12-step program?
Well,
or is that something?
Celebrate Recovery is another ministry
Okay.
within Impact Faith Church, and what that is, it's a 12-step program like many people have heard of, but it's a Christ-centered program. We base it on biblical principles. We know our higher power is Jesus Christ, the one who can pull us out of this. And so it's a place where people come for healing, not only from drugs and alcohol, but from other things. People, not everybody suffers from that, but, life issues, divorce, anxiety,
Gambling.
depression, gambling,
everything.
things that you just can't beat by yourself. Well, they come to Celebrate Recovery and start working these 12 steps and with Jesus on their side. And, Celebrate Recovery is not there to fix them. We're there to show them the one who can fix them,
Amen.
Jesus.
Yeah.
And just keep continuing that walk. And it's just an amazing program, and see lives change. And again, families healed, and people just do 180s, become productive members of society and the community. And it's just a real blessing.
That's probably something that they really want.
Yeah.
Some probably they need time to get to that point, I guess. Rock bottom, as they say.
Right.
Sure.
And everybody has a different rock bottom.
Everybody does, yeah.
And everybody struggles from different things, just because mine was drugs and alcohol, we have people in there for grief that have lost children, that have lost family members.
Anything sexual trauma,
eating
sexual abuse,
disorders,
anything. What is it, healing? Hurts, hang-ups? And
any hurts, habits, and hang-ups.
Hurts, habits, and hang-ups.
Everybody's got one, so it's a great place.
One,
And then we fellowship, and then you get to be around like-minded Christian people and just walk this walk with somebody, because we weren't meant to do it alone.
And tell them about the teen program that
we're gonna be going. It's you threw that, the landing.
The landing,
and it's a Celebrate Recovery 12-step for teenagers.
Okay.
Because they're in that crucial stage to where the decisions they make are going to affect them the rest of their lives.
Definitely.
So it works with them, and because there's so many issues in high school. That's where it all started for me.
Right.
So if we can get it, bite it in the butt before it becomes too bad, what a blessing that ministry is
may have
too.
parents that may have been through that too. They're kind of suffering too, and they're kind of in the dark themselves too. So, that's Brian and Gracie Wills, from our church too, that are newly in charge of that. So that's kind of in transition on new. So we're just hopeful to moving in the right direction with that. So that's really.
Oh, that's good to have that teenage outreach. My wife is the counselor at the junior high. And kids can be mean to each other.
They can
really
be.
mean.
There are a lot of things going on.
And parents not even know that it's going on.
No.
Because they keep it to themselves.
Yeah.
And if they can find an outlet like what you
That's
have.
great that she's there for them, though.
That's exactly right.
And I'll just say on the Celebrate Recovery side, our mini meetings on Tuesday nights. You know, we meet at 5:30 for food and fellowship, and then about 6:15 praise and worship, and then we have.
It's got the graphic that you sent us.
Okay.
You can go ahead and say it as we have that up on the screen.
Like it says there, and then after the large group where we have either a lesson or somebody who comes in and shares their testimony of what Jesus has done in their life, we break it off into gender-specific small groups. You know, for different things that people are going through. Like we said, there might be a group for grief. There might be one for drugs and alcohol. There might be one for just whatever God puts us that we need to do for that day. And that's where we come in and we just share, you know, get stuff off our chest, things that we've done. And there's no judgment. And, you know, we don't judge anybody by what they've done. And like I said, and not there to fix them. We're just there to help them.
Yeah. It's 7:45. We're going to go ahead and take another break, and we'll come back with more from Impact Faith Church.
Well, folks, have you been trout fishing before?
Not since I was a little kid.
You'll do fine.
Hey, what are you doing?
Aren't you coming along?
See you downriver.
How do you start this motor? I've never been in a boat before.
See you downriver.
Well, folks, have you sold a house before?
Yeah, about 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you'll be okay then.
You sure?
Where are you going?
See you at the closing.
Hey!
At the closing.
We should have called the Z-Team.
Hi, Brett, Fritz, and Paisley here at Mower Warehouse on Buzzard Roost Road. We sell Ferris zero-turn mowers that have patented coil spring suspension. Mower Warehouse has the largest selection of Ferris zero-turn mowers in stock. 0% financing available. We buy, sell, trade new and used mowers. Mower Warehouse also services all brands of mowers. We offer free delivery. Come see us for all your mower needs. That's Mower Warehouse on Buzzard Roost Road in Mountain Home, where your business is appreciated.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detail services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, it's our desire that you think about finding a way to live your life to the fullest while living with a serious illness. If you ever need help and support, we provide a team of healthcare professionals and volunteers that will support your physical, emotional, and spiritual aspects of life while doing the same for your family and caregivers in the comfort of your own home or wherever you call home. When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, we hope that you grant us permission to walk on the journey with you. Your not-for-profit option since 1979.
When you're out of town, make sure your pet is with someone who will love them as much as you do. At 201 Pet Salon and Resort, your pet is cared for just as they would be at home. 201 Pet Salon and Resort is the only all-suite climate-controlled and air-filtered boarding facility in the area with private and spacious rooms to keep your pet relaxed. And with over 3/4 of an acre of fenced play area, your pet will receive the proper exercise they deserve. 201 also offers professional grooming services. Your best friend is in good hands at 201 Pet Salon and Resort in Mountain Home.
Welcome back to the Morning Show on XL7-TV, visiting with Impact Faith Church. You guys do a lot of things that seems to grow your network. It's like a spider web of people that's go out and helping more people.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, is to spread the word. You had sent me some information last night. Applying biblical principles, we grow spiritually. We become free from the pain of our past and the destructive behaviors of our present. That was a quote one of you had sent me.
That's what we live by in Celebrate Recovery there.
Yeah.
You know, we use the principles are based on the Beatitudes there in Matthew. You know, so every step and every principle in any 12-step program has a biblical foundation. You know, we explore those and use that scripture to help us walk through the problems that we have in each step of our journey. So.
Yeah. Tell people, if they don't know, what the Beatitudes is. It was the Jesus blessings of...
it was his Sermon on the Mount.
Yeah.
You know, where Jesus, and it's, you know, his words and his speaking that's recorded in the book of Matthew there. And, you know, I mean, there's so many blessings that God bestows on us. It's just not, you know, sobriety or clean time. And, you know, it's just a life of joy. And then the life of peace.
An abundant life that he wants us to have.
Yeah.
You know, and it's all possible. And just submitting to the Lord.
Yeah. There's
submitting
3
to
proofs
Jesus.
right here.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. You may have heard of one. It's the blessed are the meek that shall inherit the earth.
That's right.
Yeah.
Blessed
The
are
one
the poor in
I've
spirit.
heard
That's
the
one I
most
remember.
of. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So your Celebrate Recovery, find God's healing power in the lives through the 8 recovery principles found in the Beatitudes and the Christ-centered 12 steps.
Yeah.
It's tell us about,
well, there's 12 steps. There's other programs that use them as well. You got NA and NA out there, AA, that help people walk in recovery. And we just use where Scripture talks about these steps. And we can show people on each one of the steps where Jesus is in there talking about how he can walk us through them, admitting that we are powerless over the alcohol and coming to a conclusion that there is somebody who can save us. And then having a higher power who, like I said, we know the only one higher power is Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
We don't use other things as our higher power. We know who the one who can heal us and save us.
That's right.
And totally just cure us of that problem. It's not just a Band-Aid, and that's why it's Celebrate Recovery. We celebrate recovery. Because, even there, 1 day is a victory, 2 years is a victory, 3 years is a victory. And then in the 12th step, we carry on the message to others to show them. So that's why I'll be in recovery the rest of my life. He's cured me. I celebrate recovery from the drugs and alcohol, but I'll always be in recovery because I'm working that 12th step, just trying to help the next man or woman get through whatever life issues throwing at them.
That's excellent.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
You guys are making a difference.
Yeah.
Definitely.
We got something going on about every day, every night at our church.
Yeah.
Lots of opportunities to plug in somewhere.
Yeah. Well, we were talking about during the break is that when you guys have these events that people show up early and then don't want to leave.
They don't want to leave. Yeah. It's that community.
True, yeah.
It's that just feeling of community. We just love on people,
Fellowshipping and being in the presence, It's just, Pastor Jeff was telling us that, when they say the kingdom is at hand. So if you're fellowshipping with somebody and another person comes in, you're talking about Christ and God, the atmosphere around you becomes lighter.
Yeah.
All the stuff that you had been worrying about 10 minutes before that just seemed to dwindle away. And you're in that presence. In that presence right there, when you say the kingdom is at hand, that's what that means, And so when you speak in it, it says that Christ lives in you. And when you speak these things and when you pray about these things, they come into action, they manifest,
Yeah.
And so when you see, they say, you should have said that, that's karma. No, that's man's way of saying it. But really there is, when the kingdom is at hand, and if Christ lives in you and you speak it into the atmosphere, and it becomes alive, just like the word. The word is a living word, Christ. And so when you start to really see that, you start to realize, like, I can see these things, I can do these things.
Yeah, and you want to do that more and more, and feel it more and more. Yeah.
And that's when the Holy Spirit and God lives in you, so everybody can be. And that trickles all the way to Celebrate Recovery. And when you use faith-based, it's putting us aside and having the Lord just take over. And He's always been that way since day one.
Yeah.
Going out there and evangelizing and spreading the simple gospel.
That's what it's really all about. You're right. When religion has taken it to a different level instead of being spiritual and having that personal connection with God, but also connecting with other people that have that same feeling about it, and no judgment.
Right.
And churches too. Different denominations. We can all bind together. We serve one God.
That's right.
Yeah, you might feel a little different
That's
how
right.
the interpretation is.
Yes.
Because we all are.
But
church.
we are the church,
Yeah.
And so when we can celebrate each other's, denominations under God, because He loves that, and that's what He wants. So these days, it's going to require, getting over these what we call hurdles. We've got to get past that and just go straight to the heart. Where God asks us.
We're definitely needing more than that in this country.
Yeah.
It seems to be leading the way.
Yeah.
Some of the louder voices, and like you're saying, you need to be a voice for Jesus, and,
That's right.
and tell people about Him.
That's right.
And bring him closer. But right now, there's voices that are even louder, and it seems like they're winning.
Well, I want to encourage everybody out there, and encourage and challenge all of the churches out there to unite, and let's fight this. Let's fight together.
Yeah. Pastor Jeff said on Sunday something that I thought about since he said it. He says, it's not when we come together and do something together that makes us unified. It's being unified in the Spirit.
Yes.
We're unified in the Spirit, and that's how we can get things done in the community.
Yeah. Don't let anybody ever take that away.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. We're down to the last few minutes. You guys do a lot of great work. Tell us, how does somebody get involved? They just come and knock on the door?
Jump in. We have service Sunday morning at 10:30, Sunday night at 6, Wednesday night Bible study, Sunday night 5:30, Wednesday night 6 o'clock. Celebrate Recovery Tuesday, Thursday night.
Yep.
We do things. Third Friday of the month is community worship.
Yep. And we also have discipleship classes on Monday when and
that'll start back up in this fall again. Yep.
Yep. So
but it's you've got the address up there, 940 East 9th Street.
Mm-hmm. You can go to impactfaithchurch.com.
Yep.
And when you guys have events and stuff, you put it on the events tab, I'm sure. Yeah. I went to it, and
it's usually on Facebook.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah,
you get
on our Facebook
more on
page, more than
Facebook too.
You can stay connected here on the Facebook page.
Yeah, we have an Impact Faith Celebrate Recovery Facebook page as well.
Yeah. I think Impact Youth has a Facebook page.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're going to be branching out on all these ministries too.
Yeah.
So we just want to invite everybody out to just come out and join us, man.
Yeah.
Be a part of it,
Yeah.
Just come and hang out and bring friends and family and fellowship. And
We say come as you are, and after you come once, your family. We don't
Yes.
believe in Pastor Ray says we don't believe in visitors in our church.
That's
right.
Your family.
Right.
So come and be a part of our family. Yeah.
Everybody wants to feel a part of the family.
Absolutely.
So we want to go right there, and just make them feel.
Especially in this crazy world right now, we need each other.
Yeah.
We need Christ, and
Yeah.
we need each other.
If he can, if he can do it for us, we want to definitely share with others and let them know that.
Absolutely.
we just want to branch out. So encourage and challenge everybody with that.
And if you have littles, if you have little babies.
We got kids' church, we got nursery, we got preschool.
Yeah, Celebrate Recovery has childcare as well
Yeah.
too. So
Yeah.
and that's a great time for the kids to get together and just
Right.
have fun.
Oh,
We have
yeah.
a lot of kids go, God, I'm ready. Where's my friends? So
Yeah.
you don't have to worry about the kiddos. They're getting a little bit of Jesus too. So
That's good.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah, that's fun.
You can give you a call at 870-424-5683.
Correct.
Yep.
And Bradley, is this your cell number?
Yes, sir.
That's okay to
Yeah,
give out?
oh, absolutely.
Okay, 870-405-4008.
Yes.
If you need to get a hold of Bradley. And
I got mine there too.
yeah.
Just reach us out. Yeah, you put mine out there for evangelism.
Just show up.
Yeah, just show up.
We've got a lot of people said they're just driving down the road and pulled
yeah.
into our parking lot.
Yeah, I don't know
And
why.
they're home.
He was driving, and my steering wheel just
Quite a
turned
few
left
stories,
right into our parking lot.
Yeah.
That's
People
good.
just showing up.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
No,
Very good.
absolutely not.
So if you're struggling with addiction, this church is here for you. There's also Life 360 Care Center Ministries, and that's exactly where this world needs to be going towards. Is stuff like that.
Absolutely.
Don't let anybody fall behind. If you know anybody out there that maybe is ready to take that next step, contact you guys. Right?
Absolutely.
yeah, and the ones that don't even know what step to take.
Yeah.
Right.
Get a lot of those
Don't
phone
even
calls
know.
too.
Yeah.
What do I do? It's like, well, here, let's walk you through this.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like you said earlier, the guy that said, I'm a lost cause.
Yeah.
Nobody's a lost
Nobody's a
cause.
lost cause.
If you're willing to take that first
That's
step,
right.
you'll be there to help them
That's
take
right.
the second step.
That's right.
Yeah.
If
Absolutely.
Jesus can leave the 99 for that one,
That's it.
I was that one.
Yeah.
We've all been that one. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And to somebody that doesn't understand that, because we might have some viewers, when they say that Jesus leaves the 99 for the one.
Well, Jesus was a shepherd, and he tends to the flock. When his flock is so many and one strays off amongst the wolves, he will leave the 99 and after that one, because nobody's a lost cause. And he will leave that. And that means that whoever you are out there, if you feel like you're not good enough or you ain't worth it, nobody cares, you do. You matter just that. You're that one that we go after, especially evangelism. Those are the ones we go after, the ones that they've been kicked to the side or kicked out of church or kicked out of the house or just feel like they've been isolated or just what's that word? Just
the black sheep.
Black sheep. Yeah,
sheep. We're talking about sheep.
But
Black sheep.
we go after that. Those are the ones we go after.
That's right.
Because
what he went
those
after.
are the ones that really matter.
That's right.
And Jesus never leaves anybody behind.
Good.
He leaves the 99 for that one. So.
Well, we got about a minute left. Thank you all for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah.
We
Really
appreciate you
Thank
coming
you
on.
so much.
And again, if you know somebody that could use their help, give them a call at 870-424-5683. You can call Bradley directly at 870-405-4008. Leave nobody behind.
That's right.
Yeah, most definitely. Thank you all for coming on.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us. Yeah, we appreciate it.
Yep. And join them. What do you got going Sunday? I guess the next thing. Where are we?
Tonight,
Tuesday?
Celebrate Recovery.
So
at
tonight,
5:30.
Celebrate Recovery.
Tomorrow night, Bible study, 6 o'clock.
Okay.
Yep.
Yep.
Thursday night we have Celebrate Recovery 12-step.
Yep.
It starts at 6.
And then Sunday, your 10:30 and 5:30 services.
10:30 and 5:30. Yeah.
Very good.
Come on, join us.
All right. Thank you all for watching. We'll be back tomorrow with Bob Rectenwald. You all have a great day, and hopefully this little bit of rain won't happen, but I could be wrong. Have a great day.